You've never caught them lying. They've never raised their voice. And somehow you spend half your day feeling like you did something wrong. That's not a coincidence. Real manipulation doesn't come with a villain face. It comes with confusion, with guilt you can't explain, with a version of yourself that got quieter and you didn't even notice when it happened. Researchers at UC Berkeley found that people being actively manipulated didn't feel suspicious of the other person. They felt more confused about themselves. Have you ever driven home from a conversation wondering if you were actually the problem? That's the fingerprint. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to walk you through 5 specific signs, not things to watch in them, but things happening inside you that most people completely misread. Sign 3 is the one that tends to hit hardest. And please don't skip the last one. Once you understand what's actually happening there, a lot of things in your life will start making sense. Sign 1, you constantly explain yourself to one specific person. Think about the people closest to you. With most of them, you just live. You make decisions, you move on. You don't feel the need to build a case for every choice you make. But then there's that one person. Before you even speak to them, you're already rehearsing. Pre-explaining things they haven't asked about yet. Preparing a defense for a crime nobody accused you of. Psychologists call this hypervigilance. Your nervous system is firing a quiet alarm, even while your brain is still trying to be fair to that person. Here's the strange part. Your mind hasn't caught up yet, but your body already knows something is wrong. Sign 2, you leave conversations feeling worse about yourself, not the situation. A manipulator's most powerful skill isn't lying, it's rotating. They take any conflict and slowly spin it until somehow you're the one who caused it. You came in with a problem. You leave as the problem. Psychologist Jennifer Fry documented this exact sequence. She called it DARVO. Deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. And here's what that actually feels like in real life. You bring up something that hurt you, and by the end of the conversation, you're apologizing for bringing it up. The sign isn't that arguments happen. Every relationship has arguments. The sign is that you always walk away feeling smaller than when you walked in. Sign 3, you feel guilty for things you can't even name. This one is specific. Pay attention, you're folding laundry. Your phone hasn't buzzed. Nothing happened. Nobody called you. Nobody confronted you. But somehow you're already wondering if they're upset with you. Not because of something you did, just a low, quiet guilt about a person who isn't even in the room. That guilt was installed. Research on coercive control shows that emotionally skilled manipulators don't just react to what you do. They create a baseline state of guilt that keeps you off balance before you've even done anything. The guilt doesn't need a reason. It was never about your actions. It was about making sure you're too unsure of yourself to ever fully trust your own instincts. Almost nobody recognizes this one because it doesn't feel like something they did to you. It feels like something wrong with you. Sign 4, you've started shrinking yourself around them. Imagine running into an old friend you haven't seen in 3 years. They look at you and say, "Why are you so quiet now?" You don't know how to answer because you didn't notice it happening. That's what long-term manipulation does. Researchers found that people in these dynamics don't just change their behavior over time, they change their personality. They become quieter, more careful, more agreeable, not because something broke inside them, because one person kept making it costly to be themselves. And the brain, trying to protect you, just adapted. Watch for this one. It's the sign that's easiest to miss because it happens so gradually, you mistake it for growth. Sign 5, your good days feel like a reward you had to earn. This last one is the most important, and it's the reason people stay far longer than they should. There are days when this person is warm, easy, fun. And when that happens, something in you relaxes in a way that feels almost physical. Here's what's actually going on. That pattern, warmth and coldness on an unpredictable cycle, is called intermittent reinforcement. And your brain, because of how it's wired, bonds harder to unpredictable rewards than consistent ones. A study in psychological science confirmed that inconsistent rewards produce stronger responses than steady ones. It's the exact mechanic that makes gambling addictive. cheating on you, and now you know what it looks like. Here's what connects all 5 of these signs. None of them point at the other person. They all point inward. At your guilt, your confusion, your shrinking, your relief. Manipulation is like walking through wet cement. You don't notice it while you're moving. You only realize you're stuck when you try to leave. And that's exactly why it works for so long. Because it doesn't change how you see them. It quietly changes how you see yourself. If 2 or 3 of these felt familiar, don't explain it away. Pay attention to how you feel after you spend time with that person. Not during, after, when you're alone, when nobody's watching. That's usually where the truth is already waiting. If you've ever left a conversation questioning yourself more than the other person, that's exactly what this channel is about. Every week, we break down the psychology behind behaviors most people miss. Subscribe if you want to start seeing these patterns before they start changing you. I'll see you in the next one.